Hey everyone, this is Jason Fung. I'm an architect here in Toronto. I've been running a practice since 2016 and this was my day. This is the first of a series of videos that I want to do. Not meant to be crazy edited, anything like that, because I frankly don't have time for that. I don't have time to edit these videos, so it's pretty raw, relatively unscripted. I have a few notes for the day, but the idea is to just talk about what happened so that you get insight what it's like to run a practice, to start up as an architect, and also for people outside that aren't in architecture, just to get a sense of what we do. Today was a good day. It started off with a phone call with a client discussing a whole window opening problem. These things, it's about construction, about the detailing of how this window should be retrofitted into this house. And it bled into a client dropping off money to pay an invoice. You get into these moments where I'm like on the phone dealing with one client and another client is in this space, so I have to wrap up this phone call to get to that thing. It was fine. And then we had a nice discussion of when I was able to hang up the phone. I had a nice discussion with the client that came in, talking about winter plans. We're in this zone right now. It's the end of November. It's November 30th, and we're bleeding into the holiday season. So there's lots of discussions about what's your family doing for the holiday break, or are you going anywhere? Are you going skiing or things like that? And it's important to get a sense of what people are doing on a day, on a kind of a seasonal period. That's a big part of what we do. It's just communication. It's talking to people, getting a sense of what they do, travel that they're doing. This particular family, they're flying overseas to see grandparents, kind of thing. And so it was a whole discussion. It was about a good half an hour. And then after that, after they left, we submitted a proposal. We've been working on this RFP, that's a request for proposal, to just bid on a particular school board's projects. We have to get onto this bidders list. And just to get onto that list we have to answer this RFP, this proposal, just to qualify, to pre-qualify to get onto this list. And so it's getting together insurance documents, making sure that we have $5 million of liability insurance coverage, WSIB, the profile of the firm. So we have 2 other architects that got licensed this year in the firm. So getting their certificates in there, getting their bios in there, talking about the structure of the company, a little cover letter, and then letters of references. This is all just to get on a list. So, that was a push, and the time that it was due was 2 p.m. and I had a contractor meeting at 1 that I had to push off because it's like I'm deep in this. I'm almost done, but I just can't. I can't do this Zoom call coming up, which sucks. I mean, so I had to push that to 10 a.m. tomorrow, and that happens pretty often. Is I've got so many things going on that I can't commit certain things. It's like, okay, this is not a high priority meeting that has to push to the next day, and it's fine. So I got that done. We submitted, and it was around 1:30-ish. We got it out, so we made the deadline, packaged it all together. Shout out to Cameron at my office. He did a great job packaging that all together. And then I had to prepare for a 2:30 meeting right afterwards, which is presenting a design update that Melanie had been working on for the past few days. And this was a stunning space, acoustically challenging, and it's a beautiful kind of basement space that has this giant television kind of thing. And so we presented it to the client, and they were pretty stoic, but there was a moment where I caught a glimmer of a smile, and this is all Zoom, so like I'm trying to read into what I see, and there's a glimmer of a smile. I was like, I think they like it, and in the end, I think they do. I think they really like the design, so I'm very excited for the project and what Melanie has come up with on that. And that was great. Shortly after that, I mean, I finished that meeting at like about 3:30, and then I went off to pick up some groceries. So my wife had come up with, she had done research to a CSA basket. That's a community-supported agriculture. And we support this this farmer. She's a young farmer out in Quinte West. That's in Ontario. And every Wednesday or every other Wednesday, she drives into Toronto to her parents' place, and people pick up in the city. People pick up the produce, the fresh produce that she's grown or stored, whatever it is, at this central location, at this house. It's near. It's kind of near the Art Gallery of Ontario. It's called a shout out to Luminous Ground Farms. I'll post a link in the description below. But yeah, she's wonderful, and so I had to go pick up that. Came back to the office and had to wrap up more things. So there's a lot of driving around today. But yeah, I'm. It's a pretty good day. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little snippet. I hope to have little snippets every day, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.